Our Commitment 2018 coverage, and tonight we examine what may be the most impactful ballot measure this year for Cal-Am customers on the Monterey Peninsula.
Supporters and opponents of Measure J differ on the end result. If it passes, does it only authorize the Monterey Peninsula Water Management District to study feasibility, or does it require the takeover to move forward once the feasibility study is done?
We have representatives of both sides here in our studio to debate the issue. And we'll be asking them questions in just a moment. First, though, here's Action News reporter Sierra Starks with a closer look at Measure J.
These are the signs of the times, and these days you can't miss them. Monterey Peninsula voters have an important decision come November regarding the future of their water, Measure J. If the voters pass Measure J, the Monterey Peninsula Water Management District then has to determine if a buyout of California American Water is financially feasible, meaning essentially is a buyout of Cal-Am in the public's interest, because it comes down to money.
What is feasible is going to be one of the early dialogues with the public that we'll have. You know, some people have a view of it's feasible if there's savings in the 31st year after the debt's paid off. Other people say, I need to see savings immediately. And still others say, I don't care if there's savings, I just don't want my rates to go up as fast.
Here's the thing. Cal-Am says a recent valuation they did put the total cost of a buyout at just over $1 billion.
And that's $1 billion with a B.
Paul Higgins with the No on Measure J campaign says it's the customers that will be on the hook for that purchase price. If you've received any of the dozens of their mailers, their campaign is claiming the average customer would see that reflected in their water bill for the next 30 years.
The $1 billion figure is just ridiculous and just a scare tactic.
Melody Crislock with the Yes on J campaign says she's not falling for the $1 billion claim. But she says what she cannot stand for anymore is the public not having a say in its own water. Measure J ballot language highlights how rates have increased since 2007. And how customers are paying a surcharge on their bills through 2021 for water that Cal-Am did not deliver.
Their shareholders don't bear the burden. The ratepayers do. And that's what makes it so aggravating that they can just do anything they want and then send us the bill. A public agency like the Water Management District is not going to be doing that, or they'd be voted out of office in no time.
Talks of potentially taking the peninsula's water public have also brought up talks of capability and know-how, another point Cal-Am focuses on in its mailers and other messaging.
What you lose is an experienced company that has been here on the peninsula providing water to residents for many, many years. In exchange, they want to give that power to the Monterey Peninsula Water Management District, who has never run a water system.
But the Water Management District says it is more than capable of operating a water utility.
85% of all urban water deliveries in the state of California are done by public agencies, so it's not that new. I have people who have run the call centers and billing, meter reading, you know, those types of things. Obviously, we'd have to get the pumps and pipes guys, and chances are we'd hire locally from people who already know the system.
Does that mean from Cal-Am or?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
While determining if a Cal-Am buyout is feasible, the general manager of the district also has 9 months to come up with a plan to then put it to action. Now, this can happen through negotiation on price or eminent domain, meaning going to trial if necessary, because as Cal-Am has stated many times, it is not for sale. They're claiming Measure J has been masked as an attempt to oust them from the start.
Measure J forcibly seizing the water system from Cal-Am would take all of that away.
It empowers the Monterey Peninsula Water Management District without going back to the voters to decide on condemnation of Cal-Am.
But the Water Management District GM says if a buyout is found to not be feasible, then, quote, it is back to business as usual. Sierra Starks, KSBW Action News 8.
And coming up after the break, we will have representatives from both sides of Measure J to debate the issue.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.